New at noon, baseball is back. Today is opening day for the Brewers as they get ready to host the St. Louis Cardinals in their first game of the 2019 season. We're live from Milwaukee at noon. And luck may be in the Milwaukee area today. The winning ticket of one of the largest Powerball jackpots in history was sold at a gas station in New Berlin.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now. On this Thursday afternoon, the Milwaukee Brewers open their 2019 season in just about an hour at Miller Park, and that's where we find our Adam Duxter, who joins us with all the fans are feeling about the upcoming season. Hi, Adam.
Well, Mark, we're just about an hour away from first pitch between the Milwaukee Brewers and St. Louis Cardinals, and it's shaping up to be a fantastic opening day. Fans out here at Miller Park getting ready with the pregame festivities and the tailgating, and you could not have asked for a more beautiful weather setting for perfect day. 55 degrees, barely any clouds, and perfectly sunny. And a lot of people have been out here since early this morning. In fact, some of our most devoted tailgaters. Here we find Tim from Hartford. Tim, how long have you been out here since this morning?
Oh, we got here just after 10 a.m. when the gates opened. We wanted to get here and get up front, and we knew it was going to be a beautiful day, so we definitely wanted to maximize our time out here today.
And Tim was telling me earlier, you've been a fan of the Brewers since the days of old Robin Yount, some of those guys, but you are definitely a distinguished tailgater. What is the secret to a good tailgate?
Good food, good fun, good people, and at the end of the day, going in and watching the Brewers win. That's all we want to see.
And of course, you need a lot of food to feed all of these hungry tailgaters. Would you mind showing us?
We've got just a few left over, some brats from Fox's Piggly Wiggly. Shameless plug. They might owe me something for that, but yeah, they're delicious brats.
And then obviously you're here tailgating, but the main event is coming in just about an hour with the first pitch of the season. Obviously a game away from the World Series last year. How do you feel about the Brewers this season?
They have everything they need to go all the way, so that's our expectations. Go see that World Series that I was hoping to see just a few months ago. It's coming this year.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Not other than go Brewers! Let's go Brewers! Woo!
Mark, that's where we're at, about an hour from first pitch from Miller Park, but we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Miller Park. Thank you, sir. And it is a nice day, as Adam mentioned, for baseball. Lots of sun out there. Here's meteorologist Chris Reese with your first alert forecast.
Yeah, I've been tracking that cloud cover pretty much all morning because we had some earlier on, but that actually cleared out for a little bit, allowing for more sunshine, especially to our east. The temperature right now, 52 degrees. Winds are now coming out of the north at about 9 miles per hour. That says west at 3, but we did just have an update come in. It just hasn't gotten there yet. Temperatures right now are at 60 in Milwaukee. That cold front slowed down just a little bit, so it allowed those temperatures to get a bit warmer. We're at 61 in Janesville as well, but we, again, like I mentioned, are in the 50s here in town as well. 50s as you work your way towards the north and west. Camp Douglas at 52 right now. Same for our friends over in La Crosse. You'll notice those temperatures are a bit warmer than they were at this time yesterday across the south and eastern part of the state. But the evidence of the cold front that did come through this morning is the fact that winds are now coming out of the north. Here it is, finally, an update there showing those winds coming out of the north at 9 miles per hour. There is a little bit more in the way of cloud cover just to our west, though. So while we are basking in the sunshine right now, we're going to have to pay attention to these features just across parts of northeastern Iowa. That may introduce more cloud cover as we go later on through the afternoon. That could also introduce the chance of some rainfall around here tonight. And it'll likely be like what some of us saw yesterday, where it was relatively localized rainfall, just kind of one storm system or two that popped up at the last minute. But we're going to watch those chances for cloud cover and rain going into tonight. That should be quick. I do think most of us are going to be staying dry. Mark.
Yeah, that clap of thunder last night around 7:30. Wow.
I was going to bed when that clap of thunder hit. It honestly made me pretty excited for storm season coming up.
One dog ran to the door barking, the other one ran downstairs to hide. So
I know what you mean.
There you have it. We'll see you in a few minutes, Chris. Thank you. The Wisconsin winner of the $768 million Powerball jackpot will not be able to remain anonymous in the state. The winning ticket from last night's drawing was sold in the Milwaukee suburb of New Berlin at a speedway on Beloit Road. It's the third largest U.S. lottery in history. The winner or winners have 180 days to claim the prize. State law also requires the Wisconsin Lottery to issue a prize to one player. So if multiple players have pooled their money to purchase tickets, they can get a court order to tell the lottery how to divide the winnings. President Donald Trump is calling for the resignation of a congressional Democrat who is leading the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. Special counsel Robert Mueller has cleared Trump and his campaign from criminal conspiracy with Russia. Now, all 9 Republicans on the House Intelligence Committee signed a letter calling for Democratic Chair Adam Schiff to resign for repeatedly insisting there was collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. But Schiff fired back, saying Mueller's report may not have found criminal liability, but it does not exonerate the president.
Findings of the special counsel conclusively refute your past and present assertions and have exposed you as having abused your position to knowingly promote false information.
I don't think it's okay. I think it's immoral. I think it's unethical. I think it's unpatriotic. And yes, I think it's corrupt and evidence of collusion.
A new CBS News poll shows a third of all respondents believe Mueller cleared the president of illegal activity. 2/3 of Republicans believe it was a complete exoneration. 77% of people polled by CBS News say the special counsel's findings on Russian election interference should be released. The president also weighing in on the Jussie Smollett case. He tweeted that the FBI and Justice Department will review the decision to drop all charges against the Empire actor, who'd been accused of staging a hate crime against himself. Chicago's top prosecutor is defending her staff's decision. New developments now in the recovery efforts after this spring's flooding. We now know that the state will not be getting any federal help. The state of Wisconsin did not meet the damage threshold to apply for that aid following this month's flooding. According to a release from Columbia County, most rivers are receding, but some are still high, including the Fox River. Governor Evers did declare a state of emergency, so state assistance will be available to some communities. The madness continues tonight with the start of the Sweet 16. You can catch a couple of those games tonight right here on News 3 Now. Just after 6, Florida State will face off against #1 seed Gonzaga. After that, Texas Tech will challenge Michigan just after 8:30 or so. Because of those games, News 3 Now at 6 will start at 5:30 tonight, and News 3 Now at 10 will start around 11. And there's more on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
We've got just the thing to turn these spring veggies into a salad that'll excite your taste buds and leave you smiling all day long. Sounds crazy? Stick around and I'll show you. Now that it's officially spring, it's time to add a few new dishes to our dinner time routine. So what do you say we make a farm stand favorite that combines a bunch of spring veggies with a yummy lemon vinaigrette? Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Let me show you. The first thing you want to do is blanch a bunch of fresh asparagus until it's tender. Then, to stop the cooking, we place them in ice water. Next, we cut up some radishes into thin slices. Just make sure you tuck your knuckles in, like this, when you're cutting them, so you don't nick yourself. Now we cut the asparagus into pieces and add those to the radishes, along with some scallions and lemon zest. To give our salad its fresh taste, we make a dressing by whisking together lemon juice and sugar. And once the sugar's dissolved, we add olive oil and a bit of salt. We pour this over the veggies and into the fridge it goes. It may be simple, but let me tell you, the combo of the flavors is so refreshing. You see, you get the crunch from the radishes, the zing from the lemon, and the earthiness from the asparagus. To get the recipe for our lemony asparagus and radish salad, simply visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we discovered a spring-tastic way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. We're seeing another day in the 50s, but rain maybe tomorrow. Chris Reese has your first alert forecast next. All right, so let's check Diane King Hall with today's Money Watch report.
Economic growth in the U.S. slowed in the fourth quarter. The Commerce Department says the economy's total output of goods and services measured 2.2% during the period. That is down from its previous estimate. Economic growth was revised lower to reflect reduced spending by consumers and businesses. WOW Air has ceased operations. The budget airline says all of its flights have been canceled, stranding thousands of passengers around the globe. Travelers are being advised to book with other airlines under so-called rescue fares or tickets offered at reduced rates. Facebook says starting next week it will block content on white nationalism and separatism. Users searching for offending terms will be directed to a charity which combats far-right extremism. The social media giant also pledged to improve its ability to identify and block material from terrorist groups. Facebook has come under pressure after a gunman live-streamed an attack on 2 mosques in New Zealand. And Jaguar Land Rover hopes its future vehicles can help stop the spread of colds and flu. The automaker is looking to use a certain type of ultraviolet technology. The technology is widely used to disinfect water, filter air, and sterilize surfaces. The company believes it can also be used in vehicles to stop bacteria from surviving. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is down 7.5 points. The NASDAQ off 3.5. The S&P 500 down 1. Let's check now Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee with today's farm news. Hi, Pam.
Hey there. Happy opening day, by golly. I wish I was out there at the ballpark with them. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Thank you to Chris for that. I had a beautiful day yesterday up at the WPS Farm Show in Oshkosh, too. It was warmer, but boy, that wind about took me to Lake Winnebago. It was pretty strong. Nice out there today. So I'll stay with the baseball theme. So today's opening day, not just for Milwaukee Brewers, but for Major League in general. And you know what? Fans in the stands, they're going to eat. National Hot Dog and Sausage Council says that for the 2019 baseball season, they are expecting us to consume 18.3 million hot dogs and 4 million sausages. Only at Miller Park do you find the sausage consumption outpace the hot dog consumption. We're the only ballpark where that happens in the countryside. The Dodgers, they have the fans that eat the most hot dogs, followed closely by those Cubby fans down in Chicago. Markets on the midday get a little anxious. We saw a big exit on the soybeans yesterday. Nobody wants to be long in this market. Tomorrow we get the prospective planting report. And of course, everybody's keeping their eyes on what's happening in Beijing. They restarted the trade talks today. We don't think there's going to be any fast resolution, though, as far as China's concerned. Dr. David Cole, professor emeritus from Virginia Tech, says, remember, China is a culture that looks at things in the long run. They talk about centuries, where we talk about nanoseconds in the United States. Barrel cheese today in Chicago is unchanged at $1.59 1/4. We've got 40-pound block cheese down a penny and a quarter, $1.71 3/4. The AA butter down a half, $2.26 a pound. Fluid milk markets, though, still holding together for us on a sunshiny Thursday. How about that, buddy? The only place where sausage consumption outpaces hot dogs.
You got me hungry. Either way, I could use a brat or a hot dog.
And it's a good day to have one or both on the grill out by Miller Park. I
think so.
Really appreciate this uptick in the weather. Everybody does.
Yeah, I think a lot of smiles all around. Thank you, Pam.
Yep.
And Chris is here now, all smiles as well with this nice weather.
Yeah, that's right. We had a cold front move through earlier on this morning that stalled just south of us, but that actually helped sweep out at least some of the cloud cover that we had out there earlier. So that is why we are in this pocket of sunshine. There is some cloud cover back to the west that is going to impact our weather later on tonight. But towards the south and east, you'll notice a lot of these temperatures are actually warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. That's because that cold front is still gradually pushing in some of that colder air towards those directions. You work your way back towards the north and west, you'll notice a lot of those temperatures are colder than 24 hours ago. But hear the winds, and that is the true indicator that a cold front has come through. You notice those winds coming out of the west and northwest for all of us at as much as 9 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures in Madison right at 52 degrees, 61 as you work your way down towards Janesville. More 50s back to the north and west as well. Same for the Dells, Lone Rock, Boscobel, Viroqua. You guys are still in the upper 40s at 48, but I do think you'll see your temperature make it towards 50 degrees. Winds are coming out of the north and west at 9, but we do have some cloud cover coming into the picture. We will watch that in due time. Here's how things are shaping up, though. You actually have a few showers as you work your way near Eau Claire and parts of the Twin Cities. That is actually going to interact with a little boundary coming off of some storms near Omaha, Nebraska. And so that will actually give us the opportunity to see more cloud cover and a shower or two later on this afternoon and evening. All of this being driven by fast winds up above our heads. Here's the way this all kind of works. When you have winds going, say 100 miles per hour up our heads, the air at the ground wants to rise up and fill the void left by that. So that's going to lead to more cloud development and the possibility of a shower or two. But that lift that we have in the atmosphere is not all that strong today. So I do think a lot of us will stay dry. Highs will top out into the middle and upper 50s. Here's that cloud cover and that shower chance. Again, it's not going to be long. If you blink, you might actually miss it. We'll cool down towards 33 degrees later on tonight. And then it's tomorrow. More temperatures into the 50s and another chance for cloud cover and showers mainly south of here. As we head into the weekend, though, things continue to trend drier. We may see more cloud cover, but on the bright side, the overall system does look to stay more so to our south, which will give us, honestly, a nice Saturday evening and into Sunday before some additional cloud cover may move in as we head into Sunday evening. This afternoon, expect, again, a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures topping out right around 56 degrees. We will see more days of sunshine as well coming into the picture, returning to near 60 by the time we get you towards the middle of the week. Another chance for rain on Thursday, followed up by what looks to be a beautiful weekend next weekend as well. So 2 nice weekends in a row, possibly in our forecast.
We'll take it. And we'll meet our pet of the week right after this.
All right.
Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our pet of the week, and we got a lover here. Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
Tell us about this guy.
Well, this is Clement, and he was found stray in Madison, but don't let that fool you. He is ready for a great house and will just want to come and snuggle up on your lap.
Hi, how you doing, buddy? He is so friendly.
He is. As soon as you open his cage, he is one of those guys that flops over, wants that belly rub, and just wants to come and snuggle.
Look at that coat. It's beautiful.
Yeah, he has this gorgeous color. And because he was found stray, we don't have an exact age on him. What I can tell you is he's not young enough where he didn't need a bit of dental work, but he is still young enough where he is kind of a playful guy.
So when does the dental work usually come into play? At what age, 3 or 4? Or?
It can really depend on that lifestyle, and since he was found stray, it's hard to tell. But now he is healthy and happy, a mouth that's nice and clean, and ready to find a good home.
Yeah, he is just, he's so funny.
I mean, can you imagine probably coming home from work, him running up to that door and crawling onto your lap as soon as you sit down?
He's kneading before?
Yes, making some biscuits.
So what do you have going on this week?
We've got some great events going on. Actually, we've got wildlife rehabilitation interns we're looking for.
Okay.
We're still recruiting for summer interns, and you get some really great hands-on experience with native Wisconsin wildlife. It's such a cool experience. You can learn more at giveshelter.org.
And our meteorologist, Dana Fuller, she volunteers there at the Wildlife
Yes, she
Center.
does.
So it's a great opportunity. And last week we had a couple of pups.
Yep, we had Biggie and Oliver, that bonded pair of Yorkies, and they are going home today.
Oh,
so
hooray.
we're so excited for them.
Yeah, they were so cute. All right, let's get Clement. What's his last name?
He has kind of an interesting last name, so when you find him on the website, look for Clement, but you might see a little last name attached there.
Okay. Yeah, you need to get a home.
Yeah, look at that face.
Look at him. All right, go to giveshelter.org for information on Clement and all the animals available, 838-0413. Thank you, Marissa. Here's Chris with one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, still plenty of sunshine that's out there right now. Some added cloud cover may work in this afternoon. You were looking at Platteville behind me, but highs will be around 56. There is a small chance of some rain coming in as we go through the day on Friday. Temperatures will be in the 50s then before a cooler weekend. More sunshine comes early next week. Temperatures near 60 by the time we get you towards next Wednesday.
Opening day at Miller Park. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.